Hey everybody. I don't know if you can hear me over the chainsaw running. We had a little wind came through here today. Took the barn roof off this old loafing shed that we used. Hey everybody. Gary Christensen here. Grandview Livestock. Hey, we had to take a time out today. Maybe you hear a chainsaw running. We had a bad windstorm here this morning and took out several big trees. Took out the south or the north roof of that barn, that old loafing shed that we use. A couple other trees there. There, the power company came, put the line back up. This big limb blew off of that cedar tree up there by the house. Blew down here, took out the power line that was running from the pole over here, the transformer, over to our meter. So we've been without power since, I don't know, 10 o'clock this morning, but they're getting it whipped out here. Get it back to going real quick. I don't know, we probably got maybe 3 inches of rain. I'm not even sure how much rain, but the wind just came through, just unbelievably quick, and all that come down within a matter of probably like 10 seconds. I think it's just a straight line wind. There was quite a bit up here in the yard that we've already cleaned up. Trying to make the best of it. There you can see the door off of the barn. One of the doors blew off, and we'll have to get that repaired along with that roof back there. But could have been a lot worse, I guess. Don't know yet if we've got trees down on the fences anywhere. We'll probably have to check that tomorrow. There was some big hail. I don't know, I think some up to 2-inch. There's some of the hail. My wife went out and got some of it. It melted a little bit, but you can see it's pretty good sized chunks there. Yeah, this is the tree limb that blew off and blew down the power line that ran across here. So we take a break and we clean up the mess. It's Greg Christensen. Hope you're having a better day. Yeah, Greg Christensen here. I decided to come down. Better check all these does and ewes that are kidding after that big rain and that wind we had. Everybody here's doing okay. I found one dead lamb. Looked like it was a birthing problem. Yeah, as you can see, the creek's running bank full. There's bound to be some kids on one side of the creek. Nanny's on the other side. That's the problem with the creek running through your property there where you're trying to kid someplace. Yeah, water's really coming down there. I've seen it higher than this, seen it out of the banks and into the pasture, but wouldn't anybody make it now if they tried to cross that. Yeah, these guys are doing okay. Well, there's my creek crossing. I don't think I'm going to try that. That's probably about, I don't know, maybe 3.5 foot deep now. Running pretty hard. Well, it looks like we'll be fixing water gaps along with down trees. I don't know, I haven't went around this whole fence yet because I can't cross the creek, but bound to have some trees down on the fence. I don't hear anybody bawling, which is a good sign, but I really can't believe that everybody's on the right side of the creek with their moms. Well, I'll keep you posted. So, Greg Christensen, Grandview Livestock. Well, there's a new mom. She held off till after the storm. Can't imagine any of these kids fared very well with that big hail coming down. I don't know if they just got underneath trees and limbs or brush piles. Well, I drove around the road, come in the other side of this pasture. Just had to see if everything was okay on this side of the creek. A lot of new kids born, but so far I think all their moms are on the right side of the creek. I haven't found anybody yet that I think is on the other side of the creek. There's some kids bawling, but I think their moms are right in here. There's some new kids there. Boy, some of that big hail would have been kind of hard on them. I haven't found any dead ones yet. But we'll see. We'll keep looking here. Yeah, so far so good. There's a happy reunion. Well, these guys are tough. I tell you what, just being out here in the rain, hard as it was raining would be one thing, but then when that hail started pounding down, I can't imagine how we kept from losing some out here. Just one of them chunks of hail hit one in the head, I think would be all it'd take. Would be for me. Well, if you remember those two kids, they were the first two born over here one day when we came over here. And their mother just had them. It's been a few weeks ago, a couple weeks anyway. I don't know. So far, so good. Yeah, there's a couple new ones right there. They can't be maybe 30 minutes old. Well, I don't know how they made it through that storm, through that hail. I was kind of worried about them, but what can you do? I did see that all my guard dogs was on one side of the creek back there on the other side. I don't know how that's going to work. I guess I just have to leave that up to them. Hope for the best. Couple little guys, looks like they weathered the storm. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. Those must have took these kids and got underneath trees and brush piles, I don't know what. Because I'm sure one of them hailstones hit one of them in the head. They'd still be laying out here. Took a while to get nannies like that. I tell you what, I used to have nannies that just run to the brush and leave their kids out in the field. Natural selection's taken out most of those. Well, things don't look too bad over here. I'm really surprised. I've been caught out in a rainstorm when they were kidding once before. Really hard, heavy rain. And I've seen these nannies stand over their kids like an umbrella. In fact, I took some pictures of it once. Yeah, just like an umbrella out here. And whether that's what was happening with the hail and everything, I don't know. But I'm pretty proud that they've got saved all these kids here. I haven't found a single dead one over here yet, but not saying there couldn't be. So we lost some trees, we lost power, we lost some time and effort. We still got a lot of work to do on some trees that's down on the fence around the house. Big trees. And but the power will be back on. Looks like the animals are doing well. So this is Greg Christensen signing off again. Grandview Livestock. Hope you have a good evening.